My name is Emily, and this is a Marriage and Family Internship presentation for Family 498R class for a domestic violence advocate. How did you find or arrange the internship? So the Lord had a hand in my internship. I enrolled in this course late, and I had searched several places that were in my community that were only seeking interns with master's level college work. I got a hold of the volunteer coordinator for the Domestic Violence Resource Center, and we had great chemistry. She was the first person to pick up the phone and said, "Hey, I am actually the coordinator for volunteers. You should come in, we'll meet." And so I did, and we had great chemistry, and I talked to her about the availability of the times and what it would take to become an advocate, and she agreed, and I agreed, and it was a good fit for my family and for myself. So what were your responsibilities in the internship? So I had to take a 40-hour confidentiality training to gain a certificate that would allow me to be an advocate. And it consisted of online training and in-class training. And I also worked in the office as well. So in the office, I would welcome clients. I answered phone calls. I did clerical work, and I shadowed other advocates and other employees that had other tasks. I was curious to see the big picture of this organization and how it ran. The best part of being in the office was being face-to-face with clients, talking to the other advocates and bouncing off ideas on what resources to use. Also, I was able to learn their interface on how they track clients, which was really helpful when answering the crisis calls, which leads me to hotline responsibilities. I answered crisis calls from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. and the calls would come in at any time. You never knew when they were going to call. Some at 3 in the morning, some at 6 in the morning, 10 at night. So it just kind of bounced around. In those calls, I'd provide emergency resources for people. I'd safety plan. I would take detailed notes and get those back to my supervisor because it's important for their funding and for the clients that call during the office hours. How did you benefit the site you served at? Well, I would hope that I relieved their workload for the employees that work on a regular basis. They have a lot of work. They have a lot that they have to do. And from the clerical work to the crisis hotline, I think I relieved their workload and I saw direct benefit from that. Another benefit was the community, just the women and children that came in. I was able to help them get the resources they need to get them in the right direction and healing from the traumatic experiences that they had been a part of. Another benefit is I've committed to longer volunteer hours, which means I'm volunteering longer than this internship lasts. So I will be there at a minimum of 6 months. And I've also started the very beginning of a service project for hygiene bags, a stake service project, because our resource center is out of those. And that's an important part that we provide as kind of the basic necessities for these women that have lost a lot in their lives. And I hope to do more. I hope to serve in more capacities in this organization. How did I benefit personally from the experience? It gave me perspective. I have a greater appreciation for women with different opinions. I've met a lot of them in this experience, and it has been really good. It's been eye-opening. I like to see why they think that way and what it could do for me if I broadened my view. I've had a renewal in my testimony. I see these women that come in, and it's been women since I've been there. There's men that come in too, but the women that come in are hurt and aching, and I can see past this pain and see their divine potential. And I feel like that's been a spiritual gift I've been blessed with for this internship, and it has fueled me to want to be a better advocate for the ladies and gentlemen that come into the administrative offices and the calls that I get. I feel more confident in my own abilities as an advocate, as a person, and in an office setting. I haven't done that in a really long time, so it's been a really good experience for me. I saw the application from from my studies and the connection to real life experiences, which leads me to the next slide. Describe important connections between our coursework and what we've experienced, or what I've experienced during my internship. And the main connection is conflict theory and how we look at domestic violence through a conflict theory lens, and the oppression that is real and happening and tragic. And I also saw a lot of connections between my stress and coping class. I could see how the employees and the survivors at the administrative offices would benefit from the skills that I've learned. And it makes me want to become certified in these skills, like to be CFLE or to be a marriage and family therapist, and use these principles to better people's lives. I also saw a connection from my communities class. In my communities class I took, we were asked to know our resources and to find resources and post about them on a weekly basis. And this was really, really helpful because I use resources all the time as an advocate. I am constantly giving numbers out to the homeless shelter, to the women's shelter, to organizations that help with mental health, or to the Children's Cabinet, which is an organization that helps families. So there's a lot of resources that I need to know and still are learning to be the best advocate that I can be for the clients. Would I recommend this experience to other students? I would recommend this experience. The volunteers are needed in these programs, from CASA to a DV advocate. It has really been eye-opening. They also have like TPO advocates, which are people that do like temporary restraining orders for people that have been in domestic violence situations. It's opened my eyes to the needs in our community and how I can be a key player in that in my own sphere. And I feel like there's just so much that needs to be done. On a selfish note, I feel like it's great for getting into a master's program. It's given me a lot of experience counseling with other individuals and in traumatic experiences. And it's helped me learn what I like and what I don't like and where I want to go. Since I am recommending this, I am giving you the contact information. So the volunteer coordinator, we have one at the Domestic Violence Resource Center in Reno, Nevada. And you would call this number, 775-329-4150, and they'd be able to help you if this is something you're interested in. And I would check in your local communities for this same opportunity. So exciting and interesting, and it's been a great experience. Bye.